Hey, what's up ladies and gents, SpoonyPizzas here and bringing you another Player of the Month player pack review, and today we're looking at basically the Netherlands League. So let's start off with Gakpo up here, who is a 5-star rated nominating contract, 86 acceleration, 84 speed. I like that disparity between the two, 76 for balance. Not ideal, it could be a little bit higher ideally, but stamina 83. But he's got really good output in terms of his sort of lofted pass, low pass. His dribbling's pretty good as well, so he's going to travel with the ball pretty nicely. He's got good defensive awareness, so he can cut in off that left-hand side as a prolific winger. And he's got good curling ability as well. Taking a look at his player skills, double touch is nice to have, as is the through passing and pinpoint crossing. So quite a good winger for crossing the ball with. He is right-footed though, so you will have to cut in onto his right foot, so you have to take that into consideration before you cross the ball. Wow. What a player. Daily Blind. This is one of the best 4-star cards I've ever seen. Okay, first off, look at the positions he can play. Left back, defensive midfield, central midfield, centre back. And the thing is, he's really good. Look at his defensive engagement and defensive awareness. That's really high, even if you want to play him as a centre back. Ball control, dribbling, tight possession, low his distribution from defence is superb as well. So he's a good ball playing defender. He's not exactly slow either, like 69 isn't, and 72 for speed. It will deal with most strikers, but I think this guy could make an incredible defensive midfielder. This guy just stands out so much for me. I'm just like, wow, this is a 4-star player. And then just look at his player skills: one-touch pass, weighted passing, pinpoint crossing, low lofted pass. Then he's got even really good defensive qualities such as man marking, interception, blocker, and captaincy. That is literally perfect. The only ones I probably would get rid of was outside curler and rising shot. Other than that, all the rest, absolutely perfect. Got to be one of the best, easily the best 4-star rated nominating contract player I've ever seen. He looks incredible. 91 rated, form rating of A. He's unwavering form as well. This is mad. This is like a must sign. You've got to have this guy on your team. It's just ridiculous. He's so versatile as well. Like I said, I would love to see him as a defensive midfielder. I know he's a cross specialist, but as a defensive midfielder, I would love to see sort of where he ends up and how well he does that. He's got blocker and interception as well. For me, this is a no-brainer. I'm definitely going to sign this guy. In fact, I'm going to do that right now, just to prove to you that there's no one going to come close to this player. So that is the easiest nominating contract I've ever had to do, by a mile. Next up is Dost, who is an absolute giant. 196 centimeters in height. Really good offensive awareness, good finishing, heading. Another really good player to have in your side if you want to go down the aerial route. 90 for physical contact, 80 for jumping. So he's an absolute demon up front if you were to put balls into the box. And I think, he makes a great alternative. Looking at his player skills, the only one I'm sort of sad that he hasn't got is aerial superiority. But he's got heading and first time shot. Those are absolutely vital for heading the ball into the net. One-touch pass, which is nice to have for sort of building attacks. So, yeah, another great option here. Tessette, who is a very, very quick centre-back. His defensive awareness is probably too low for a centre-back, to be honest. I would probably more prefer him as a right-back, which he can play as well. He has got the extra front man sort of player trait, but look at his low pass and lofted pass, that's not too bad. Curling ability, so let's just take a look at his skills. Interception, blocker, slide tackling, acrobatic clearance. He does lack the pinpoint crossing for a fullback, so perhaps not a player I can really recommend due to that. Kudos. So, very quick player, and he's got decent stats across the board for 4 stars, but most of his overall is basically taken up by that aggression stat. So not really a player I can recommend. I think his finishing's a little bit too low. His passing's decent, but as a centre forward, you need that finishing to be at least 80. Otherwise, you're gonna have some. You can't rely on a striker with less than 80 for finishing. And looking at his player skills, he can link the play pretty well. Through passing, weighted passing, low lofted pass, all nice to have, but he hasn't got one touch pass, so I can't really recommend this player either. Citizen, if you haven't got a good goalkeeper, then this is a guy that you could probably pick up and I could recommend. He's got good reflexes, reach, and goalkeeping awareness, and catching. So the most important ones there are the goalkeeper awareness, reflexes, and reach. So a pretty decent goalkeeper. He's got goalkeeper, high punt, long throw, and penalty saver. Danilo, who is a goal poacher for Feyenoord. He's got good acceleration and speed. He's a 3-star player, so don't expect the world. Decent finishing. His offensive awareness is a little bit low for my liking. But if they ever bring out filters, which I hope they do one day, 3-star player, he could cut it definitely. He's got one-touch pass, so he can link up the play nicely. First-time shot is vital. He's got heading as well. He's got 75 for heading, so, not a bad option to bring on. He's got good balance as well, so he can hold up the ball quite nicely, and double touch. Dost, so this guy looks pretty decent in terms of carrying the ball from midfield. Look at his pace, his acceleration, and his dribbling ability and tight possession. So, and he's got pretty good shot power as well, 80. So he can take the odd long range strike as well. So he looks like, for a 3-star player, like I said, if they ever bring out filters, this is another guy that might be worth picking up. He's got super sub, so you can bring him as a substitute. He's got knuckle shot, dipping shot. So he's got all the different types of shots that you want to take from long range. He's also got acrobatic finishing, so if he does break into the box, that might be useful as well. But yeah, not a bad 3-star rated player. Small, who is a left back, 87 rated, fullback finisher, and his acceleration and speed's okay. He's got decent lofted pass stats and curling stats, so those are the ones you really want, along with pinpoint crossing. So again, not a bad 3-star rated player. Duvikas, deep lying centre forward. This is obviously a Greek player. Thanks to Nikos for pointing this guy out in my FIFA career mode. But good finishing, offensive awareness. So not a bad 3-star rated player. But again, I couldn't really recommend him unless they bring out filters. And then finally, Reginders. Hopefully I pronounced his name right. 87 rated midfielder, 3 stars again, but not really a player I can really recommend at all. He's just quick. He's got good speed, dribbling, good at carrying the ball, but not really a player I can rate because most of that overall is in aggression. And he's only got one-touch passing, through passing, interception, which are vital in that midfield area, especially if he's playing alone. So he can do the sort of defensive side of things as well with that 73 defensive engagement, but his defensive awareness is a little bit low for my liking. So there we go. Those are the player of the months. And like I said, Daily Blend is easily number 1. I think Dost, for me personally, would be number 2 because I like the fact that, he's going to offer something different to Mbappe possibly. Gakpo looks pretty tasty as well. Maybe a nice option if you haven't got a good left-sided player. But other than that, not really anyone else I can really recommend from this team. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.